Hello friends, I'm back again with yet another informative video. As we all know, spring is around the corner and most of the students are about to pass out from their colleges. So I thought to make a video about thank you note. Thank you note is basically a note which you write to your potential employer thanking him for inviting you to the interview. So let's begin. The topic is how to write thank you notes that impress hiring managers. As we all know, spring is a great time to search for new jobs for a number of reasons. First, budgets are often approved around January-February. Second, the economy is pretty healthy right now and businesses are ready to expand and try to grow their profits. For some companies, this means new hires to support their growth efforts. Lastly, it's also the time of the year when companies often revisit their products, services, and technologies, working on improvements to keep competitive in the market. Often companies will hire new employees or teams to work on these changes. If you're ready to job search, or perhaps you already started, here's one skill you should have sharpened: writing thank you notes. A powerful thank you note can land you the job. We have seen it happen frequently with the candidates we place. And on the flip side, we have seen bad thank you notes damages the candidacy. Here are 4 tips for our recruiters for writing the kind of thank you notes that impress hiring managers. First one is, take notes in your interview. This tactic isn't just about looking or being more engaged in the interview, though that certainly wins your point. It's also about writing a better thank you note later. Mark down important points you discuss in the interview. What imperative job function do your interviewer brings up? Are there any problems they are facing as a company that you could help with? Do they pose any question that you might be better able to answer after a bit more thought? These are the kinds of things to add to your thank you note later. Time and again, we find a generic thank you note, one that feels like it is copied from a template, will never impress hiring managers. Like a thank you note that makes reference to specifics from the interview. In fact, in some cases, a generic thank you note will hurt your candidacy more than help it. There are hiring managers that think a generic template like thank you note shows so little effort that they think less of a candidate. Second point, be prompt. A thorough, detailed thank you note that's beautifully written will never make much of an impression if it's too late, especially in some fast-paced fields like tech industry, healthcare, or marketing. Time is of essence. When you finish your interview, head home as soon as you can to write a thank you note. Sending it the day of interview, if possible, or within 24 hours is ideal. Although, sending the note 48 hours later can be acceptable if you get really tied up. If you send the note late, you might find that the hiring manager has already assumed you are not sending it and dinged your candidacy or rejected you for it. Third, send individual thank you notes. If you interview with multiple people, try to get their individual contact info from your recruiters. Writing each of them a note will show a level of care that goes above and beyond what most candidates demonstrate. If you can add a detail to each note that really personalize it, that's even better. Especially today, the trend is for workplaces to be focused on building a great corporate culture, which often requires teamwork and strong interpersonal skills from all levels of employees. Showing off extra effort in your soft skills can be key for your candidacy. Individual, personalized thank you notes could make you seem like the kind of team player that hiring managers will love working with. Fourth and the last, consider addressing weakness or concerns with your candidacy. This may not always be necessary. However, if you felt there were concerns or weaknesses brought up in the interview, A thank you note can be a great place to address that. The key is to keep things positive and, if possible, focus on how you are already working to remedy these potential issues. If you can handle this right, your thank you note can significantly strengthen your candidacy, as it's your last impression that you can leave on a hiring manager before they make their decision.